Hello, Reds fans. Welcome to the YNWA Transfer News Channel. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for your daily latest news.
Big changes are happening at Anfield. New boss Arne Slot is shaking things up, 5 Liverpool stars are under pressure, Luis Diaz breaks his silence on Bayern Munich links, and a touching tribute as Diogo Jota's shirt is retired. Let's dive into all the major updates, don't miss a second. 5 players with point to prove under Arne Slot as Liverpool ace faces familiar fight. Liverpool has returned for pre-season with its first friendly of the summer set to be against Preston North End this weekend. Arne Slot has some decisions to make. Liverpool has returned for pre-season this week and will play its first friendly of the summer against Preston North End in difficult circumstances following the tragic passing of Diogo Jota. The game at Deepdale, of course, will mark the first time that the Reds have played since the heartbreaking news about Jota and his brother, Andre Silva, emerged. The Reds have confirmed that Jota's number 20 will be retired after speaking with his family. Meanwhile, tributes will be made pre-match to the Portugal striker, and his teammates were consulted before the go-ahead was given for the friendly to take place. Though soccer seems unimportant in the context of such a loss, pre-season will mark the start of the process of returning to some form of normality at Anfield, at least as much as that will be possible. And given that Liverpool has more time than most on the training field this summer thanks to not qualifying for the Club World Cup, Arne Slot will be able to run the rule over his players more thoroughly before the new campaign kicks off. While some could still move on in the transfer market, that will only be if their valuation is met. There is interest in the likes of Darwin Núñez and Harvey Elliott, for instance, though both have had long enough to show Slot what they can do and where their future should lie. In the case of a few others, though, there is more of a point for them to prove either in terms of their long-term future at the club or where they should stand in the pecking order. With the arrival of Florian Wirtz, Curtis Jones will have to prove that he can be a regular starter, perhaps by showing himself capable of playing in all 3 midfield positions. Such versatility might be his best route into the team, though his spot in the team has been threatened in the past, only for him to come through and prove his worth. And given that Federico Chiesa struggled so much for game time last season, he falls into that category even more clearly. The Italian has interest from clubs in Serie A, but nothing has been firmed up at this stage. Wherever he is next season, he needs to play more. Stefan Bajcetic and James McConnell could both head out on loan, but Slot was a big fan of the latter last year. He stopped McConnell heading out for regular senior action in January because he was impressed by what he saw. For Bajcetic, the question is about his fitness rather than his ability. The Spaniard broke into the Liverpool receive huge Alexander Isak boost as Newcastle take unexpected decision. Liverpool are on the hunt for a new striker this summer and have identified Alexander Isak as their top target, and the latest from Newcastle could prove to be a major boost. Liverpool may have received a huge boost in their audacious chase for Newcastle's star player, Alexander Isak. The Reds are eager to secure the Swedish international, although any deal is expected to smash the British transfer record the Premier League champions broke themselves when they bagged the golden boy of German football, Florian Wirtz, from Bayer Leverkusen for a deal totaling £116 million. Having also signed 2 flying fullbacks, Wirtz's former Leverkusen teammate Jeremy Frimpong and Bournemouth's Milos Kerkez, and welcomed Valencia goalkeeper Georgi Mamardashvili, whose arrival was agreed in a deal last summer. Now Arne Slot is on the hunt for a new number 9 to fill the boots of Darwin Núñez, who is on Napoli's radar. While Hugo Ekitike of Eintracht Frankfurt and Chelsea's João Pedro were considered, Isak remains a prime target at Anfield, and Newcastle's interest in a striker could spur Liverpool on in their pursuit. According to Fabrizio Romano, the Magpies have entered the race for Ekitike and are keen on the 23-year-old. Other Premier League clubs are also reportedly interested in the promising forward, with Chelsea and Liverpool having shown previous interest, reports the Express. Ekitike has attracted attention from the Saudi Pro League, including Al Hilal and Al Qadsiya, but his preference is to stay in Europe if he departs Frankfurt this summer. The news of Newcastle's interest, considering the centre-forward would cost around £85 million, will ring alarm bells in Merseyside, as such a high-profile signing could suggest that Isak might become available in the coming weeks. The Magpies are keen to keep hold of the former Real Sociedad ace and are looking to secure him on a new contract, but if talks fall through, it's uncertain whether they'll ease their not-for-sale position. Newcastle have previously made moves to sign Ekitike, nearly bagging his signature in 2022 when he was at Reims. However, the striker chose to stay put at the Ligue 1 club before hopping over to Paris Saint-Germain just half a year later. They initially decided against making another bid for the Frenchman but have since changed their tune as his value has only gone up. Eddie Howe will surely see a future where Isak and Ekitike could form a formidable front line, given that both players can also play out wide if needed. But it wouldn't be a shocker if the bigwigs at Liverpool jumped to the idea that their number 14 might be up for grabs. Luis Diaz offers update on Liverpool future as fresh Bayern Munich transfer links emerge. We're talking. Liverpool forward Luis Diaz continues to be linked with a move to Bayern Munich and Barcelona. Luis Diaz has admitted he does not know where his future lies as he continues to be linked with a Liverpool exit. The Reds have already rejected approaches from both Barcelona and Bayern Munich for the Colombian so far this summer. But that has not stopped the 28-year-old from continually being linked with an Anfield exit as his future remains the subject of scrutiny and speculation. Recent reports in Germany claim that the forward, who scored 17 goals for Premier League champions Liverpool last year, is keen on a move to Bayern, while it has also been suggested the Bavarians have made an official bid for Diaz. Meanwhile, his affection for Barcelona is also well known. However, the Reds have remained adamant that the 28-year-old is not for sale. With 2 years left on his current deal, the Premier League champions are relaxed about Diaz's situation, although the forward is keen to discuss an improvement on his current terms. The Colombia international has spoken a number of times about his future in recent weeks, and he's not confirmed that his future remains uncertain amid ongoing talks with club bosses. "We don't know yet," he told Win Sports when asked where his future lies. Nothing to say. We're there talking with the management, we're calm where I am. So nothing to say. We're talking about matters." Diaz had earlier insisted that he was happy at Liverpool despite the ongoing speculation, though he stopped short of committing his future to the club. He told Colombian influencer Mauricio Gomez, "We're there, negotiating. We'll see what can be achieved, for us and for the club. We'll try to do our best and make the best decision." Pushed on interest from Saudi side Al Nassr, he added, "We're in the process of negotiations, talking with the club, with Liverpool, with everyone who's approaching us. But I'm very calm where I am, very happy. Trying to make the best decision now." Meanwhile, Diaz has previously admitted on international duty last month that he was in talks with other clubs and his future was in Liverpool's hands. "We are currently in contact with Liverpool because we are talking to clubs and that's normal given the transfer market that's opening. We're trying to arrange what's best for us. We're talking to clubs, it's normal in the market and we're looking at what's best for us. I'm waiting to see what happens. I'm very happy at Liverpool, I've always said so. They've welcomed me very well from day one. If they give us a good renewal or I stay there for 2 years, I'll be happy. Now it's up to them." Liverpool confirmed Diogo Jota's number 20 shirt will be retired after Star's tragic death. No Liverpool player will ever wear the number 20 shirt again after Anfield bosses confirmed Diogo Jota's shirt will be permanently retired after his tragic death aged just 28. Liverpool will retire the number 20 shirt in honor of Diogo Jota. The Reds will make the gesture for the first time in the club's history as the number will now remain the Portuguese forwards forever. Jota, 28, and his brother Andre Silva died in a car crash last week as the player made his way back to Merseyside for pre-season training. The significant gesture will see the shirt number retired at all levels of the club, including the men's senior side, women's U21s and academy level. Liverpool made the decision after consultation with Diogo's wife, Ruth, and family. They believe the remarkable and touching move is the right thing to do not only for his contribution as a player but the impact he made on everyone at the club including his teammates, staff, and supporters. As a club, we were all acutely aware of the sentiment of our supporters and we felt exactly the same way, said Michael Edwards, FSG CEO of football. It was vitally important to us to involve Diogo's wife, Ruth, and his family in the decision and to ensure they were the first to know of our intention. I believe this is the first time in Liverpool Football Club's history that such an honor has been bestowed upon an individual. Therefore, we can say this is a unique tribute to a uniquely wonderful person. By retiring the squad number, we are making it eternal and therefore never to be forgotten. Diogo joined us in 2020, he won us number 20, and he wore, with honor, distinction, and affection, the number 20. As far as Liverpool Football Club is concerned, he will be forever our number 20. Jota won the Premier League, FA Cup, and 2 League Cups after he joined from Wolves in 2020. He had previously helped Wolves to the Championship title in 2018. At international level, he won 2 Nations Leagues with his country. Liverpool's first-team squad visited Anfield on Friday and laid roses at the tribute site outside of the ground in honor of Jota. Manager Arne Slot was also there, as well as coaching staff. The club and Preston will also pay tribute to Jota ahead of Sunday's friendly at Deepdale, which will be shown on ITV1. The Reds will take to the pitch for the first time since their Portuguese forward died. Liverpool players returned to preseason training this week as they prepare for the new campaign. The Reds statement said, "Ahead of the 3 p.m. British summertime kickoff, there will be a rendition of LFC anthem You'll Never Walk Alone, and the home club will lay a wreath alongside the away supporters. A minute's silence will be observed in Diogo and Andre's memory, and digital tributes will be displayed on the screen and across pitch-side LEDs. Both sets of players will wear black armbands. Preston have."
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. See you next time.